Somewhere over the rainbow.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Just Jan Show in fabulous downtown Nevada City. I have been meeting and interviewing fabulous, fascinating people, and tonight, she's a little over the top. Her name is Harriet Diamond, and I often say that the creator is a chandelier and that we have these beautiful, beautiful diamond facetry of humans expressing the creativity to raise the consciousness of the planet. Welcome, Harriet.
Thank you, Jan. Thank you for having me here. I'm excited to be here. I love sharing and helping other people get to where they want to go. That's a very important.
Harriet is a guide. She has been an educator, an entrepreneur. She is an angel donor. She is a coach to business people. And I think it's more than just coaching. I think that you have whole body, holistic coaching for their body, mind, and soul.
I believe you're right on that.
Yes, I do. And I heard you on the radio too. She has a fabulous show on KVMR, and we'll talk about that later. But I want to give them a container of the being that you are.
Okay.
And the first part of the show, we ask, how did you get to be so fabulous? What was it? Was there a specific person in your childhood? Tell us a little bit about your path, Harriet.
It's interesting. I went to, I thought of a guru, and his name was Tony Robbins. I think everybody remembers Tony. He's a wonderful man. He had a, part of his show was for all of us to be in the dark, and he put on music, Bette Midler music, under your wings, you know, and you just put out your wings. Well, I realized as the music came through me and listening, that I had always wanted, my earliest thoughts were to be a guide and a healer for people. My earliest thoughts, what did I want to be? And people ask you all the time, the children, they ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? Harriet, what do you want to be when you grow up? And it was really true that from my earliest time, I wanted to be and want to be a guide for other people.
That has a little bit of an angelic function to it. Did you have an affinity for angels?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I believe my life is about my spiritual.
You can't fool me. I see it in your eyes, Harriet.
Yes.
And you know, I just had a little thought. This fountain is so beautiful and so feminine, but I want to really have your voice take center stage.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you grew up in New York?
I did. I grew up in New York, and amazing to me that when I went to college and then graduate school, I had said, I'm going to study gerontology. Whoever knew? I didn't even know gerontology. How interesting that I would pick something. And sure enough, I've used it in my life.
That's your caring heart expressing right there with your education.
Yes. And even then, picking my psychology, picking sociology, picking gerontology. At the time I didn't know, but now I know that I've really been full circle on everything that I've done.
What I notice about you is that you make the best of every situation. You see the best, you bring a light, and there is something about you that makes everybody feel comfortable and okay. But you have this brilliance about you, this educational sophistication that you never press, but it's there, and I hear that on your radio show.
Mhm.
But back
Well,
to New York.
But thank you for saying that. I feel that the way I look at life every day is that every experience I get, a lot of people say, "Oh gosh, you must have had a great life. You're very positive." You know what? Not true. I've had hardships and big ones, but I really believe, and I'm grateful for each one of those hardships, because my whole belief system is about that each experience that I have is why I'm here in the first place.
So it never stopped you.
It's-
You never isolated yourself. To me, you're the energizer, energized bunny, because you're so positive and you
I
keep
am.
moving forward. Now,
No matter
speaking
what.
of moving, what brought you from New York to California? What 3,000 miles?
That
you
was
came?
interesting. So in that psychology, gerontology, I was also a health educator.
Okay.
And I was hired by nutritional companies to be their nutritionist. And so I studied nutrition.
Great.
And I don't know if you remember, when I was 21, it was about mega vitamin therapy with Hawkins and Paul.
Yes, I remember vitamin C, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I had people coming from all over the world to be helped with mega vitamin C. It was wonderful. It was incredible to see. It was,
I bet with your personality, you go right to the eye of the excitement. And you've worked with some amazing people.
and I have.
Yes.
I feel like if there's anything about me, it's my intuition. That's my strongest point. Yes.
So, as a child, having this affinity to serve and to have this angelic function in your intuition,
Yes.
and never letting defeat or frustration stop you, it's amazing.
It's a philosophy. It's a belief system. It's core. It's my belief system that says every experience I have, good, bad, it could be horrible, and I go, thank you for that experience.
This is what the viewers need to hear. Would you help us understand what were some of the toughest things that you navigated that really give you the right to claim that, yes, I do make positive out of it?
Yes, I've lived that many times over. I think the first thing that happened to me was being a teenager at 13. And at that time,
That's a tough one.
it's a tough time, but it was really at the beginning when you didn't have a lot of parents who were divorced. Okay? Now we go, oh, children
So it
have a
was a
lot of that,
stigma
but it
for
was
you.
a stigma for me.
Okay.
And
Yes,
everybody in school would talk about it. And I
great.
was really isolated.
Mhm.
And then the final thing that happened was that, you know how your mother and your father are now having a divorce, but what happens is that they want you to side with one of them.
Oh, they made you be the little adult.
My
That's the
mother,
most
my
painful
mother,
thing.
most painful thing, my mother
Yes.
wanted me to not talk to my father.
And
To
how old
just-
were you?
13.
Oh, it's difficult, very difficult.
And so I just said, even though I had to stand alone, I said to my mother, no, I didn't create this divorce. This is not about me. This is about you and Daddy. This is not my thing. I love my dad. I love you. And I'm not going to be the one that sides with one of you. And that was my first toughest point of saying, Harriet, you need to be with yourself to know and to honor your own being.
So
and
setting
not being
boundaries,
influenced.
setting boundaries
Yes.
with your own parents.
Yes,
That's
that was my
foundational.
first. Yes, that
And
was my
that's why
first.
you became a therapist, I imagine,
I
as
think
well.
so. I think so
Those
too.
authority figures can be so daunting for a young person.
Yes.
So you
Well, I
became
call that
independent.
in one of my shows. I call that old baggage
Mhm.
or imprinting.
Yes.
What do we take from those experiences that we've had when we're young? And are we still carrying over? Well, luckily, I took my experience, felt strong and good about it, felt good about Harriet,
Yes.
and now was going to help other people feel good.
That's phenomenal. I think you were probably one of the first people that had the vibration of gratitude.
Oh, I have gratitude every day.
Yes, I see.
That's
you
the
as a
first thing I
person
do every
who
morning.
has gratitude for everything, even things that other people might,
Say how horrible.
yeah, how difficult they are.
Exactly. So it makes me laugh when people say, oh, you've had a great life, nothing has ever happened to you. Everything has happened to me.
Yes, wait a minute. Have you written a book?
You know what? I had a seminar company,
Mhm.
and in the seminar company, I was training seminar leaders how to make money in the seminar business, of all things. And I had everybody stop and I said, okay, we're going to sing a song now. And the song was the book, the book, the book, the book, the book, the book, the book. And because writing a book is a very good way to become an expert.
Yes.
And people think of you as an expert. No,
Yes.
I haven't written a book.
I see a book. I see a
Well,
book.
I thought I was writing a book about retirement people.
Mhm.
So I have
Gerontology
clients,
again.
I have clients who have retired, and I tell you, it hurts my heart because they
Oh.
really don't know what their next step is. And so I sit with them and I get them to remember, just like I said about the song Under My
Yes,
Wings,
yes.
I get them to remember, before money mattered, what did they want to do? Very, very
Yes,
important.
so many people
because
get contracted
well,
about
they have to.
retirement and they lose their passion.
they don't remember their passion of when they were a child
So
or what they
you
wanted to
help them. They say when you're 12 years old, what you want to do is what you're meant to do.
You know,
So how do you
yes.
help them access that as their coach?
we really talk about it. I'm good at delving right into the heart of
I've seen her on the radio show. She doesn't.
No,
No.
I go straight
She goes
to
right
it.
to
and,
it
and
and hits
people
it on
who
the
are my
head.
friends,
Yes.
they know I'm going to just be right there
You know, it's
and
a
honest.
relief when people are honest. Yeah,
I have to be.
absolutely.
No, it would
It's
it would be
refreshing.
not being true to myself.
Yes.
True to myself. Everybody needs to be true to themselves. If they're taking away any message today that I'd like to leave, is to be true to yourself. Know yourself and be true to yourself.
At any age, and now with the baby boomer population, many of them are slipping into retirement. And so you could write a book on ageless excitement.
that sounds
Isn't that fair?
sounds wonderful.
Because
But you
look
know-
at you, you're ageless. You're just,
Thank you.
you probably have the same energy or more now than you had when you were a teenager.
Well, it's interesting. I got married, and I was married, I met my husband at 16.
You
And I
did.
was married for 43 years,
How romantic.
and then he died.
Oh,
So this
Nice,
January
nice.
is going to be 7 years. But here was another turning point. So what are you going to do after 43 years of marriage? What do? Do you stay in bed? A lot of women whose
what a
husbands,
widows.
widows,
Shut
they
down.
they shut down. No, I said no. I'm going to have a new chapter. I'm going to love my new
You probably
chapter.
took dance lessons and singing lessons.
No,
and
I was
where did
going
you
to
start
help
out?
I was going to help other people.
Oh.
And I started dating. And that's how my
Did
relationship
you do
program
Did you do the
came.
internet dating thing?
The internet dating
Oh,
thing.
how was it?
Absolutely.
How
I could
was it?
really talk
Fabulous.
about that. But relationships are very important. I feel very blessed. I've had a
Yes, they
wonderful
are.
marriage. Why? Why is something a great marriage? Communication.
Yes.
And so
you
that's
can
what I
teach
do
that
on
to
my
people of all ages because it doesn't matter age, size, anything. it's truly the essence of the person, and I think you really would be a good relationship coach. Start
I'm a
dating
relationship.
service.
I'm
What do you call it? What's the
relationship
Jewish
coach.
word? The matchmaker.
The matchmaker.
Yay!
Yay. No, I don't do the
You would be good.
matchmaking,
You
but
would
I
be
do
good.
help. Thank you.
Yes.
I do help people get in touch with what is it that I want. Because
Excellent.
nothing's coming to you unless you know what is it that you want.
Yes.
I have another little philosophy that I live by, and that is, and it goes to my spiritual space, and it is that I call it a cosmic laugh. I've said this since I'm in my 20s,
Mhm.
and I've said, God is like waiting out there for you to really say, I want this.
Yes.
No, if you ask somebody, what do you want to happen? What is the picture that you want to happen? I don't know. I've actually sat with business people and I said, and they've told me their dream, and I said, what's stopping you from making the dream? And they go, well, it's too much money. And I said, and I take out my checkbook
Yes.
and I say, how much money? How much money do you need? And nobody knows the answer to that.
Interesting.
And
That's
so they go,
limitless
they
thinking,
go
Harriet.
home,
I love it.
they go home, and the next morning they call me, and that's what they were dreaming of, that's what they were thinking of all night, as to
Yes.
put the plan together. What is it that I want?
So Harriet
amazing.
pulls the linchpin
Oh,
of
maybe
the
so.
stuck thinking. And
Maybe
you are
so.
fabulous. We're going to
Thank
take
you.
a little break
Thank you.
from our spark plug here for a few
Thank
moments.
you.
And we'll be right back. We have Harriet Diamond, a shining light here, a true diamond, not a diamond in the rough, a well-honed diamond of Nevada City. We'll be right back. You're doing great. Do you feel that you have a message that you want to share with the world, but you feel like your voice is not being heard? We are here to help. We are SOAR with Sacred Circles, TV shows, radio shows, and workshops. We have created a special place for you to connect and find your voice in empowered community. Connect with us at soundandlighthealingarts.com. Welcome back. We have Harriet Diamond here, who actually wears quite a few hats. And a moment ago, I was talking to her about the form of her service, because there's so many ways. You've worked in workshops and seminars, financial, but it does seem like your favorite hat is helping people in relationship. Is that
Yes,
true?
absolutely.
Yes.
And relationships are part of business. You know that.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yes.
So entrepreneurs, they may be doing their business, they may be having their board of directors, but the point is, they may be having their husband, their children, their household also on their plate.
Yes.
It's always about relationships.
So you would actually help balance family?
Yes,
Because we often think it's just one-to-one, the one relationship, but all relationships are part of a healthy life.
yes, exactly.
So on your radio show, what's the name of
I
your
love
show?
my radio show.
What, just say the name
My
of your
radio
It's
show is
adorable.
He Said, She Said.
And that's exactly how it works. Paul will say something masculine, and she comes in and nails it.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I say this every time when the show starts, that this is about being able for you to have better communication in your relationship, in your life, so that you will really enjoy every day of your life. It's about communication. It's about loving. It's about an open heart. and open hearts many times. Open hearts make you vulnerable. Yes.
That's the word
Yes,
I was going to
vulner-
bring up.
And,
That's
and
the
I
key
believe
word.
regardless, here's the message that I'd like to leave you with today is that being in your loving heart, an open heart, regardless of feeling vulnerable, is when you're really able to take in all the love that you want without any barriers. It's very special. Because we're fearful. We're always fearful. Hey, we may be dumped on. Hey, something could happen to us. Okay, me being female, maybe you're with a guy. You're fearful. Maybe he's going to do the same thing that maybe your other guy did. But the point is, fearful's not good. No, don't close down. Stay open. Stay open with your open heart, because that's when real love, true love, is going to come. And you're going to go, oh, this feels really good.
You said something earlier. I love that vulnerable part, and
It's
it's
true.
scary.
It's
But if you're leaving the past behind, and your second just gold nugget was stay in the moment.
yes.
And in the moment you can handle open heart. But if you're touching on the past or your triggers, now if you're triggered and you're in communication with your partner, how do you open your heart and stay vulnerable when you're going into that little bit of a shock state? That's the tough part.
It is the tough part, but that's the commitment that you have made to yourself. I told you,
Yes.
knowing yourself,
Yes.
loving yourself,
Yes.
loving yourself and saying, I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to tell him, I'm going to communicate. Hey, I like this, I don't like this. Don't do that to me. This is okay.
That's a
If you-
risk. That's
Risk,
that
risk,
vulnerability.
there you go. Risk
Yes.
is good. Fearlessness is right on.
Yes. And then if your partner can't take it, well, find someone stronger who can.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The
scary.
the person who's really going to love you for who you are
Your truth.
will love your truth.
Yes.
Exactly.
We're so afraid to say our truth. We get in these dances of codependency. So do you like to see couples singly
I
or see
do.
them together?
I like single.
Okay.
Yes. In fact, I find that when I see, let's say a woman comes to me to talk about what's going on, it's not about that I'm now listening to her partner. No, that I don't care what
Yes.
he's going to say unless I'm sitting with him.
Yes, it changes
But,
dynamics.
yes, it cha-
totally.
My father was instrumental in my life, and he says, Harriet, there's not two sides of a problem. There's three. And that is really the truth.
Yes, that does. That makes perfect
Okay?
sense.
What she would say, what he would say, and what it really is. Because we
Absolutely.
see things with blinders.
Yes.
Okay? And so I see a woman or I see a man, and I'm totally present in the moment with them alone. Nothing else is there for me. I'm just totally in the moment.
Speaking of seeing, I
Ah.
see so many people, singles, couples, lonely, couples in trauma,
Yes.
that could use your services.
Ah.
So let's talk about the ways that people can interact with you.
Okay.
Do you have a website coming up?
It's
or-
under construction. Yes,
Okay.
I do. One that somebody would be able to reach me by the internet and just say, Harriet, I'm having this
Excellent.
particular issue.
Email
Could you
you?
help me? Email me.
Okay, would you like to give them your email?
Absolutely,
Nice and
I
slow.
do.
Go ahead.
I do that on my show too.
Yes.
It's Harriet, and that's HARRIET at harrietdiamond.com, and just send me whatever's going on in your heart and your life, and business, relationships, and I'll be there for you. Absolutely,
So, this is Harriet's mission.
it is my
And
mission.
we're going to talk about your perfect client. And if they send you an email, what happens after that? Do you set up an appointment on the phone or in person? Do you like to see people for 3 sessions or 1 session? Is it individualized? Or?
It is individualized. I think sometimes somebody just needs to be able to tell you the issue, and I can help you see a new perspective on
Beautiful.
what's going on.
Beautiful. So maybe 1 session
Oh, for
might
sure.
be enough to just take the weight
Abs-
off
absolutely.
and breathe again, right?
It's about perspectives.
Yes.
It's not that I change anything for them, but they will change for themselves.
Mhm. And so they give you feedback, I'm sure.
Yes,
about
they
these
do.
changed
Yes, they do.
perspectives.
And I
Excellent.
love that.
So you do phone sessions?
I do phone
What would a
sessions.
typical phone session be, like 60 minutes?
It
or-
could be 60 minutes if somebody's comfortable and wants more time.
Okay.
I've spoken to some people for 2 hours. That's fine too.
Wow.
But I find shorter segments are good, and then you can take some action. Action is important.
Excellent.
Put it out there, take some action, make some changes. I think that works.
So your program is flexible. Some therapists say, well, I want you to come for 6 months, once a week, nothing like that.
No.
That you'll
no.
tailor
I'm
something.
flexible.
And,
I believe in that.
and I bet with your nature and this angelic function that it's affordable. That
Absolutely.
people can
Absolutely.
not worry about that being a big
no.
wall.
Oh, no. Money is not the issue here. Let's just make you a very happy person in a great relationship with yourself or someone else. That would be it for me.
Well-
That's my mission. That is why I'm walking on this planet. And so I honor my mission and the gift that I feel I've been given. I want to help you.
And relationships are people's biggest quagmire.
Yes, they will.
The relationship to themselves and others, and such sadness and potential for such joy.
Yes.
So we all wish that we had a Harriet Diamond in our back pocket. And she is available.
And I am available. And I love it. And it makes me happy. It makes me happy to make someone find their way.
I
Whether
can
it's
see
been a
it.
business person that felt stuck and needed to move forward, I
Yes.
call it fast forward. I've helped them move
Wow.
fast forward. Or it's that retirement person who now says, okay, I know exactly what I want to do. I love that. Or the relationship where someone says, no, I'm not going to stay with him any longer. No, I feel better about myself now. I don't have to stay with someone who doesn't make me feel good and who wants to put me down or shut me down. No, I'm going to stay strong and happy.
You're a cheerleader. And the nice
I'm a
part
cheerleader.
is, I think working with you, you never feel wrong or stupid. You
Oh,
feel loving,
absolutely.
loving support from
I don't see anything as
Harriet.
wrong. It's really interesting. I've had
That
people
is
say to
amazing,
me,
Harriet.
oh gosh, this is my ugly, I'm going to tell you. They're ugly? There's never an ugly. Never an ugly. Isn't that amazing?
Well, my perception is that you see people the way the Creator sees
Their spirit.
humans. You see them
I see them
as
in
works in
spirit.
progress,
Yes.
as beautiful
I do.
beings, honing their diamond. And
Yes.
you are the diamond.
Absolutely.
You are a seasoned master teacher,
Thank
and
you.
I just feel very fortunate that she is here in our town.
Thank you.
And that I'm
I love
getting
my
to
town.
know you,
Thank
and
you.
that I often turn on the radio and there she is. She said, nailing those issues, the masculine and feminine.
And they're hard issues that we
Yes,
put
they
out
are.
there.
And it's important.
It
These are
is.
very important movements within our social structure to
Mhm.
move into the new paradigm.
And to admit we're not perfect, that we have issues,
Yes, we do.
but we have success.
We're on the path,
We are.
joyfully. Thank you,
Joyfully.
Harriet, for joining us today, and I know that you've been inspired. And please do contact Harriet. She's good.
Thank you. Thank you for coming today.
Harriet, that was fabulous!